Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel Clear Voice English. Today, I'm taking you with me on a very common American errand, grocery shopping. This is something we all have to do, so let's learn some useful English vocabulary and tips along the way. I'm your English teacher now, and I'm so excited to have you join me. If you're ready to learn, let's go. First things first, when you walk into a grocery store, you have a choice. Are you grabbing just a few things? Then you'll want a basket. But if you're doing a big shop, like I am today, you'll need a shopping cart. It's much easier to push a lot of groceries than to carry them. Before I even start, I always make a grocery list on my phone. This helps me remember everything I need and stick to my budget. All right, our first stop is the produce section. This is where you find all the fresh fruits and vegetables. Look at these beautiful bell peppers. You'll often see two types of produce, organic and conventional. Organic produce is grown without certain pesticides, and it's usually a bit more expensive. For example, these organic green peppers are $4.99 a pound, while the conventional ones are $2.49 a pound. It's a personal choice based on your budget and preference. When you're buying produce, it's important to know how to pick the best ones. Let's look at bananas. These yellow ones with a few brown spots are perfectly ripe and ready to eat today. The greener ones are underripe, so they'll need a few days to ripen at home. And these dark, mushy ones? They're overripe. They're great for making banana bread, but not for eating plain. The same goes for avocados. A ripe avocado feels slightly soft when you gently press it. If it's hard, it's underripe, and if it's very mushy, it's overripe. Some produce, like these peppers, are sold by weight. So, you'll put them in a bag and they'll be weighed at the checkout. Now, let's head over to the deli counter. Deli is short for delicatessen. This is where you can buy sliced meats and cheeses. Let's get some turkey. When you order, you'll need to say how much you want, usually by weight, like a quarter pound or a half pound. You also need to specify how thick you want the slices. You can ask for it shaved, which is super thin, sandwich cut, which is standard, or dinner cut, which is thicker. I'll get a half pound of turkey sandwich cut, please. Thank you. Okay, let's explore the aisles. These long rows with shelves are called aisles. Each aisle has a sign at the end telling you what you can find there. This is the cereal aisle. In the U.S., cereal is a very popular breakfast food, especially for kids. You'll see brands like Fruit Loops, which are very sugary, and others like Raisin Bran, which is a bit healthier. Next to it, we often have the canned goods aisle. This is where you find things like canned beans, vegetables, and soups. They're great to have in your pantry because they last a long time. Moving on, we have the meat and seafood department. Here you can find fresh cuts of meat like beef, chicken, and pork. A cut of meat refers to a specific part of the animal, like a steak or a chicken breast. Over here is the seafood counter. You can get fresh fish like salmon and sometimes more exotic options. Look, this is monkfish. It's not something you see everywhere. I've never tried it, but it looks interesting. The person behind the counter is called a fishmonger. Let's keep going. This is the beverage aisle. Beverage is just another word for drink. You'll find juices, sodas, water, and all sorts of other drinks here, and right next to it is the dairy section. This is where you'll find milk, yogurt, cheese, and butter. It's always kept cold to keep the products fresh. And that brings us to the frozen foods section. As you can guess, everything in these freezers is frozen. This is where you can find ice cream, frozen pizzas, vegetables, and pre-made meals. Frozen foods are super convenient for when you don't have time to cook from scratch. I think I have everything on my list. Now it's time to pay. This area is called the checkout. You have two main options. You can go to a cashier, who is a person that will scan all your items for you, or you can use the self-checkout. At the self-checkout, you scan and bag all your items yourself. It can be faster if you only have a few things. Today, I'll go to a cashier. She scan everything and I'll pay with my credit card. You can also pay with a debit card or cash. All right, we're all done. The cashier bagged our groceries. Now we just have to take our cart to the car, load up the groceries, and then return the shopping cart to one of these designated spots in the parking lot. It's considered good etiquette to return your cart so the parking lot stays clear. And that's a wrap on our grocery shopping trip. I hope you learned some new English words and feel more confident about shopping in an American grocery store. It can be a fun cultural experience. If you want to practice your English conversation skills, I highly recommend the channel Clear Voice English. You can find links in the description below to get your lessons. It's a fantastic way to improve your fluency. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel Clear Voice English for more English learning content. Let me know in the comments what you'd like to learn about next. See you in the next video. Bye.